Abaticola and Ferrari discuss everything. With Matt Abaticola.
Son, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
I'm sorry I ruined your New Year's Eve party. She tastes like cigarettes.
And Jason Ferrari.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Two complete nincompoops with microphones and access to the World Wide Web. Presented by Mickey Finn's Brewery in Libertyville, Lake County's oldest brew pub. Now, here are your hosts for this shit show, Abaticola and Ferrari.
Hello there, podcast friends, and welcome into another episode of the AFDE show. That's Abaticola and Ferrari discuss everything. He's Jason Ferrari, I'm Matt Abaticola, and we are presented to you by Mickey Finn's, Lake County's oldest brew pub, located at 345 North Milwaukee Avenue in beautiful downtown Libertyville.
Majestic.
Follow them on Twitter at Mickey Finn's, and you can follow the show, and this is really, really hard to remember. Remember, it's the AFDE show, so follow us on Twitter at AFDE show. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/AFDE show, and you can email us anytime. We do appreciate all the emails, all the photos from the Dago Tea Party that were emailed to us, all of your song suggestions this week. Yep, we'll get into that in just a second.
Oh, boy.
You can email us at afdeshow@gmail.com. Again, he's Ferrari. I'm Abaticola. Hope you're having a fantastic day, whatever it is you're doing right now.
Well, it's Monday.
Off to work.
Technically. It'll be Monday when you're listening.
Yeah, I still hope it's a great day. I hope that for you even more than normal because it is a Monday. And you're probably not feeling well from the weekend or just dreading your work week. But we're glad that you have picked us up and are taking us with you wherever it is that you are going. The AFDE podcast. This is, again, our 5th episode. And we're so thankful for listening and for downloading and subscribing and following on Twitter and liking on Facebook. Really do appreciate all of your support.
Someone even commented on, like, they screenshotted the MySpace page. Did you see that?
You know, I saw a thing today on one of the news sites or one of the search engines, and a story popped up, and it was like the top 8 something or other on MySpace, and I was just like, first of all, why are there a top anything on MySpace?
It's become basically an engine for music.
Is that what it is?
And it's free. So like there's videos. It's like or unsigned bands go to it. So
okay.
It still has a purpose. It's not like it's more like musician social networking. But someone asked for a page, so we got a page.
Well, I'm thinking that we should probably then put some of our music out there.
Well, where are we now? In a couple of minutes here, we'll have our singing debut. As I told Matt, I had a couple of bourbons, and I thought it'd be a funny idea, and now we're like trying to sing a couple of songs. So.
Yeah, we'll explain that in just a few minutes, what it is that we're going to do. But we talked about this guy in our last episode. I think it was the last episode, Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro.
It was one of my guilty pleasure songs.
We talked about Rick Astley.
Yep.
And it just so happened that a story popped up this week involving your guy, Rick Astley. You sent me the story. We just watched the video. And this was from a concert that took place earlier this month in Tokyo that involved your guy, Rick Astley, not as part of the concert, right, but as a concert goer.
Right, and with my favorite band.
This is a great story.
All right, so the Foo Fighters, which is admittedly my favorite band, they're on a European and Asian tour right now, and then they're coming to the States in the fall. But apparently, Rick Astley was just someone who was in Tokyo and went to the Foo Fighters show. Not planned. He was just there, went backstage because he wanted to meet the band. And Dave Grohl, of course.
And if you're Rick Astley, you get to go backstage.
Oh yeah, of course,
right.
You should. He's big in.
You're Rick Astley.
He's big in somewhere, but
at home.
Yeah, he's big in his house. But so he went and met the band, and Dave Grohl, being like how he is, because he really loves just collaborating with everybody. Have you seen Sound City documentary?
Yes.
It's super cool.
Yep.
But so you get an idea of what he's like. So he comes out and he's like, well, this is going to be interesting. We just met 2 minutes ago backstage, and he's our new best friend, Rick Astley. And he came out, and they played.
Sans red hair.
Yes, if you've seen him lately, or actually like forever, he went dark hair because a few years ago, actually when Brendan and I were doing the show, he showed up on a float in the Macy's parade and rickrolled the whole place. And I saw him with the dark hair. But anyway, so he came out, and go and Google it. I mean, you should probably just do Foo Fighters, Rick Astley, and there's a number of things that'll come up.
We'll post it too.
Yeah, we'll post it after. But he came out, and if you listen to it really closely, basically they played the music to Nevermind, or to Nirvana. So you hear like the do-do, and then they just changed the guitar riffs to match "Never Gonna Give You Up." And at one point, wait, what was it? Was it stand the fuck up, get the fuck up, something like that?
No, he said he opened up his
something
initial talking with, "Hey, you mother."
Yeah, "Hey, you motherfucker." And so the whole audience is like already on his side because
it's Rick Astley.
It's Rick Astley dropping F-bombs.
Swearing at you.
Right, and then it was probably 3/4 of the way through, he screams, "I'm feeling fucking marvelous," and then the crowd goes crazy. So definitely check it out. It's one of the funnier things I've seen, and it's just weird that Guilty Pleasure song and favorite band merged coincidentally
together
after episode uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Within a week here of episode 5. And if you're going to watch the video, don't do what we just did, where you had another website up on a different tab with Donald Trump talking in the background.
It was a little odd, yeah.
We were like, what is that? What is that talking?
Who's talking? Is it
I'm like, must be the idiot that's recording it on his phone.
It's Donald Trump.
It's Donald Trump. Huge. It's huge.
Yeah, we'll post it on the social media stuff, but definitely check it out. It's really funny, and it's surprisingly good.
I've been listening a lot to Spotify because, first of all, you got me onto Spotify. I was an Apple Music guy with all the playlists and stuff that you could generate and whatnot, and you got me on Spotify.
You're still on my password?
No. I got the premium for like 99 cents for 3 months.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
so
I
signed up for that,
Okay.
and then I got to start paying for it next month, which means I'm going to probably dump it.
Yeah.
No, it's
still,
$10. It's super cheap.
It's 10. It's great.
And I love it now because I listen to it in my car. Just plug in and listen. And the beauty of it is being able to find anything you want and listening to it. So here's what I did the other day, and I for like 3 days straight, I found a playlist, 80s Hairband ballads.
Ooh.
And I'm like, I got to bring this to Jay because this is going to be right up your alley.
That's my wheelhouse,
right.
Yeah.
It's right in the breadbasket. So here's some songs. A Warrant, Heaven, is where it starts off.
I've done that on karaoke before.
Skid Row, I Remember You.
Yep.
Whitesnake, Is This Love?
Ooh.
One of my favorites. I love Whitesnake.
Me too.
I absolutely love Whitesnake.
Wait, I told that story on episode 1, right? That my parents and I went to Whitesnake,
Yes.
and that's where all the weed, where you smelled the weed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are daddy's cigarettes.
Yeah.
I was breathing deep, kid. Poison, Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Of course.
Mr. Big, which is just a great name.
I'm the one who wants to be with you.
That's it.
Yeah.
Europe, Carrie.
Oh, God. I prefer the Final Countdown myself.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Carrie's kind of brutal.
Okay, guess the song. White Lion.
It's not Wait. It's no. It's Cinderella's Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone.
Right.
White Lion. Can you see
When the Children.
Oh, when the children cry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still Loving You by the Scorpions.
Oh boy.
Heaven in Your Eyes. Loverboy.
How is that on there?
I don't know. When I See You Smile by Bad English.
Yeah. Okay. I know that one.
Then here's More Than Words.
Oh, of course.
Which I think everyone at some point in their life liked that song.
The amount of times I've done that with like 4 other people in karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
They have Damn Yankees, High Enough.
High Enough. Yeah.
Love Is on the Way.
Oh my God. Danger.
No.
No, wait.
No, it's
Saigon Kick.
Yes. Nice.
Yes.
Love is on the way. We may not know movie titles when we're talking about movies because we had that one episode. What was your buddy who said that game of let's talk about the movies we don't know the titles to?
Oh yeah.
What was that?
I don't remember. Clearly, yeah, I don't remember that either. So
When It's Love.
When it's love.
Van Halen.
Oh,
this one
really a ballad.
Yeah. Open Arms. Yeah.
Journey.
Yeah. I want to know what
like
love
Journey?
is. Yeah, I do, but I don't.
Wait.
That's worse than a guilty pleasure. I'm actually embarrassed to like Journey.
Is that one? I want to know what love is.
Foreigner.
Yeah.
One of the greatest songs ever. Love Song by Tesla.
Oh, I love that. I love that song.
Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone.
Cinderella.
Yeah. All Out of Love. I'm all out of love.
How is that on there?
I don't know, dude. I didn't make the playlist. I still love it though.
Oh yeah.
What about Love? Heart.
What?
Dude.
What about love?
Chicago. Hard to say.
Again,
I'm sorry.
how is this on there?
Doesn't matter. I'll Be There For You, Bon Jovi.
Just think of who.
Love Bites.
When I think of hair bands, I think of Chicago.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, they had bad hair. Maybe they got the
bad hair bands. Bad hair bands.
They got the ballad list mixed up. No. We didn't want hair bands. We wanted bad hair bands. Boston, Amanda.
Oh God,
Yeah,
that
I
song's terrible.
You like Boston or no? You a
I
Boston
do.
fan? Okay.
Yeah. I love the guy who plays the organ. Like just.
Oh yeah, the organ player.
That I mean that guy.
that was his name.
Yeah. It's like when you watch a movie and it's like guy on beach.
Right. Give it up for the organ player.
Hey, we're gonna play this little ditty, and it involves the organ player.
These Dreams by Heart, Sister Christian,
Night Ranger,
Sheriff, When I'm With You.
What?
Cheap Trick, The Flame.
Oh God, yeah, there's something wrong.
They're getting some bad ones.
Yeah.
I Can't Fight This Feeling, Keep On Loving You, Take It on the Run. They kill you there with the REO Speedwagon trio.
Ugh. There's 3 in a row.
Yes.
I hope you're on shuffle.
And
because I'd probably try and put my head through the windshield.
If this wasn't enough to tumbleweed yourself, let's follow it up and Show Me the Way by Styx.
Oh,
Show me the way.
Yeah. I love that a band you mentioned earlier is a combination, Damn Yankees, of Styx, Ted Nugent, and what's the other band? Mr. Big. That's who consists of Damn Yankees.
Died in Your Arms.
I don't know.
Cutting Crew.
Yeah, I'm starting to. I don't know these because
I wouldn't have been able
can't
to
even
tell you.
associate them with.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you who
bands.
sang that song. I know that song. It just died in your arms. I just died in your arms tonight.
Yeah.
I would have never known. I don't want to miss a thing.
Aerosmith.
Yeah. Aerosmith fan?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it.
absolutely.
I've seen him probably 12, 13 times in concert.
I've never seen them. I love them. Yeah.
They were unbelievable. You know, it was interesting. Do you remember I don't know what it's called now, but the World Music Theater? The one in Tinley Park?
I think it's named after something. It's
Right.
it's a
First Midwest
owned
Bank.
That might have been the
something or-
last name.
Yeah, there's been like 5 or 6 iterations of it, but so the very first concert in 1989 there, or no, wait, 1989.
I think it's the Preparation H Pad Studio. Or
Sweet.
Stadium.
It's like have trouble sitting. You know, they give everybody like the hemorrhoid cushion and who don't have lawn seats.
You got a pack of hemorrhoid wipes on the way out.
No, but so the first concert there ever was Cher. And then
really?
the second concert, so I went the next day. The second concert was Aerosmith, and the opening act was Black.
So it's like 30 years ago.
No, 89 is, I don't know how long ago that was. Yeah, Jesus.
She was like 60.
Yeah. So she did, wax statue was singing, but it was Aerosmith and Black Crowes opened up for him, who I'm a big fan of, but nobody knew who they were, and I think they actually put on a better show. And then I remember I saw the show, and then I had to take finals the next day. So
that's a bad idea.
That sucked, but whatever. It was great.
Well, anyway, I wanted to throw some hair bands at you, or bad hair bands, because I know that was right up your alley. So here,
Oh, poop.
yeah, I know poop is right. So here's the deal. So was it something about getting to 1,000 downloads on Uno Dos Tres Cuatro? Is that what it was?
Yes, we were close, and we wanted to. Well, based on how this goes, I'm using reward lightly, but we said it's kind of like take one for the team. So if you get people to download, we get to 1,000. You can suggest what I call karaoke roulette. I do this all the time, and every time I've done it with different people, they all pick "Fuck Her Gently" by Tenacious D.
Oh, okay.
Which if someone would have done it, I would have done it in a heartbeat.
Sure.
But I think we got about 30 suggestions, and Matt and I just right before we started the show kind of decided which ones would be just the most ridiculous for us, and that we could do as a duet. I don't even know how that's going to work out, but we're going to try it. So. Thank you for getting us to 1,000. I don't know if I'm going to thank you for some of your song suggestions, but we're going to try it out.
I don't know how it's going to go tonight, but I do know that you're actually a pretty decent singer. You can actually sing. I know I can't.
Yeah, but
I'm not a terrible singer, but I'm definitely not someone you'd want to hear sing typically. So I don't care how this sounds.
Yeah.
We said we'd do it, so we're going to do it. And what's the first one we're going to do?
First one is Afternoon Delight by the Starland Vocal Band.
I think, can you turn the music up louder than we had it in our trials? Maybe just a notch or two. That might help.
All right, hold on.
If you hear more music than actually singing. So our first song, the Starland Vocal Band. Of course, this song gained fame and popularity, not because of the actual performers, but because of Anchorman, when the Anchorman crew sang this.
Have you ever seen the movie PCU?
I've seen it on the guide, but never seen
All right,
the
so
actual
it's
movie.
a hilarious movie. I think it came out in like '93. The lead guy is Jeremy Piven, but they're trying to.
You like Jeremy Piven?
I do.
Because I think he's either you love him or hate him,
All right.
guy. There is
He was amazing in Entourage. He was amazing.
Yeah, great in Entourage,
Perfect.
but I think outside of that, I don't know if people. I think people either really like him or they really hate him.
Well, he's kind of, other than that, he's kind of obscure. Like he and his mom own a play company here in Chicago.
I love him. I
think he's great.
Fantastic.
But he's really he did Downton Abbey or whatever.
Okay.
Like so.
Well, he was in Old School.
Yeah,
he played the dean in Old School.
And he auditioned for the lead, and they thought he was like so funny. They're like, we have another part for you, and he's like, oh yeah. So he went full on.
So he went for Luke Wilson.
Full on asshole. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great in that.
Oh,
and of course, Entourage just absolutely made who the guy is. Obviously, he's done a lot more than that. He's more accomplished than just Entourage.
Remember
he was
in
so
Lucas.
good.
Remember Lucas?
I remember, but I don't think I ever saw it.
Yeah, he was one of the bullies who like whipped Lucas with towels in the locker room.
Was that a football? A kid football
it was,
movie?
Corey
Feldman.
No, Corey Haim.
Corey Haim
was a small guy trying to win a girl's heart.
Right, and then he got a concussion and then ended up with CTE, and then the movie ends with him as an old man peeing in an oven.
There's just
dead.
like a little disclaimer at the end, be like, warning, we know it's 1983, but shit's going down in about 20 years.
83.
Oh God, that wasn't even every time I do it's not on purpose.
Well, I know you don't even catch it.
No.
All right, so you know the song "Afternoon Delight," famed because of Anchorman and the Starline Vocal Band. If you're listening, we apologize. You get the proper credits for it. So we're gonna give this a try. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this one. So
wait. Yeah, so we've got the song playing from an iPad, and no one could see the lyrics. So we're both standing here with lyrics on our phone. So
you need them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know this song.
Yeah, you do.
The whole one? No,
I'm sure you do.
We were screwing up in the kitchen. I have no idea.
Well, we were busy laughing, and no, we weren't practicing. We were having stew. I mean, what two men don't get together, have cheap red wine, a big bowl of stew, and sing "Afternoon Delight"? I mean, that's what we do regularly here.
Yeah. For those of you who want to have a cheap bottle of wine, Flip Flop. It doesn't even have a cork, so you know it's good.
Yeah, my first experience with Flip Flop label was their spiced rum. Cowboy Chris gave me a bottle of their spiced rum a while ago, and it comes in a durable plastic handle, which is delicious and wonderful. In case you were to drop it, it doesn't break.
It's nothing if not durable.
Right.
All right.
How's your rum? Very durable.
I can't speak for the flavor of the rum, but I'm a big fan of what it's in.
The bottle.
Yep.
It's plastic. All right, is this ready to go?
Yeah. Oh, God. All right.
This is terrible.
This is definitely you're welcome with a question mark.
I don't know how to harmonize either or sing, so I'm going to let you lead.
Find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been when it's right. Why wait until the middle of a cold, dark night? When oh, this is the one, the night of day.
I get you.
And you know the night is always be there anyway.
Hey, you nailed it. Good job. This
Wait,
is all you with the high one.
Tired, looking forward to a little afternoon daylight. Rubbing sticks and stones together make sparks ignite. And the thought of rubbing you. So, sky rockets in flight. Ooh, afternoon delight.
Thought of rubbing you with Thermomax.
Afternoon delight. What the? Wait, what did you just say?
Rubbing you with Thermomax.
Oh my God! Wait, what in the hell?
Is it going on now?
Yeah, but that doesn't even make sense.
No.
So what?
All right, let's kill that one. That's fine.
Yeah.
Good job. You did great. As all, Jason, everyone, wonderful job.
Yeah, that's not embarrassing.
And it is, but don't let that influence your thinking on his vocal abilities, because this dude can actually sing. So.
Well, yeah, I don't know if we're ever gonna do that, but
no, but there was one song that I would always you would always kill in karaoke.
I used to do Hard to Handle all the time.
Yeah, it was either a Black Crowes song. Is that a group, or Counting Crows?
No,
or...
that's what I was just talking about. Black Crowes. Yeah,
Black Crowes.
I used to do that all the time.
What song did you do?
Hard to Handle.
How does that go?
It's like,
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it's like, baby,
Yeah,
here I
that's
am,
the
I'm a man
one. Yeah.
on the scene.
Oh yeah, you would. Oh yeah, you would kill that one.
All right, yeah, nothing like what's going to happen
Like
next.
dudes with their boxers at you and stuff. It was awesome.
Oh yeah,
guys would take their shirts off, whip 'em at you.
Yeah, just smelly like flannel boxers, just whipped at me.
Yeah, I
good
think,
times.
Ogre would come up and tongue kiss you.
Yeah, no, that's Trader Todd's.
I know.
No, but we used to do it at
There's karaoke there.
At Sal's.
Well, Sal's but
Yeah.
Trader Todd's.
Well,
though,
pretty
was-
much anywhere with karaoke, I'll do it.
Yeah, that place is epic for karaoke.
Oh, son of a bitch! You broke rule number 1.
All right, so here's the next one is oh, and you're welcome for that, by the way. This next one is Sonny and Cher duet, and it's I Got You, Babe. Remember, these were suggestions emailed to us at the afdeshow@gmail.com. So this is Sonny and Cher, I Got You, Babe. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to sing it because for years and years and years, I never sang the right lyrics. Oh, on that playlist I was reading to you, there was one of the songs I mentioned in the kitchen earlier is a song that I never sang the proper lyrics to, and it was Toto, Africa.
Oh yeah,
and I would always sing, I bought a train down in Africa, and I always wondered why they were buying trains.
You get them at a discount.
I guess, yeah. They particularly make really good trains down in Africa.
What's funny is it's an Australian band singing about getting their trains in Africa.
Yeah, I never could figure it out, but I was young, it didn't matter. And this is this song in a similar fashion. There's a line that I would always sing incorrectly, but it actually makes the song better. So
I agree, except it makes me laugh, so I'm gonna have to try real hard.
Yeah, we'll just. Yeah, I'm gonna need to see the. You know what? I'm gonna be off mic to start because I need to see the start of the song. So.
Well, you've got the.
No, but I'm gonna know when it starts though with the music. Here, let's play it.
All right. Well, I'll just start, and then you know it started.
Yeah.
All right.
Karaoke Cloud.
Okay.
Thank you for the download.
All right. In the style of Sonny and Cher.
Yeah, male and female both.
This is
yeah, 4 counts.
stupid. Yeah.
They
say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if all that's true, 'cause you got me and baby, I got you.
Ready?
Yeah.
Babe.
I got you, Banks. I'm Bob Eubanks.
There we go.
They say our love won't pay the rent before it's earned. Our money's always spent. So stupid.
I guess that's so we don't have a plot. But at least I'm sure of all the things we got. Here we go. Ready? Babe. Sing in your car.
I'm Bob Eubanks. He's Bob Eubanks.
Oh, nice.
I got flowers. Oh, wait, no, this is the one. In the spring, I got you to wear my ring. And when I'm sad, you're a clown. And if I get scared, you're always around.
Oh, we nailed that one.
So let them say your hair's too long, 'cause I don't care. With you, I can't do wrong.
Unless you do it in her butt.
Yeah.
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. Ready?
Oh.
Babe.
Bang. I'm Bob Eubanks. He's Bob Eubanks.
All right, that's enough of that.
4-bar break.
Did you sing it nice?
4-bar break.
Well, I think in the post recording session you might have to edit the levels there. We nailed that one verse though.
God. I moved back.
Yeah,
I was looking. There weren't too many reds. Yeah,
that was great.
So stupid.
Well done. Wow, that was excellent. Hey, there you go, kids. You're welcome.
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
All right then.
All right, taking a total left turn from ruining your morning or your afternoon or your night by singing.
Oh yeah, happy Monday with this.
Right. Right.
I got you, Bob. Oh, I'm Bob Eubanks.
Now you know you're going to sing it every time you hear it now, and I guarantee you, at least a dozen people are going to hear somehow, somewhere that song by chance, and you're going to sing "I'm Bob Eubanks."
Right. And what's funny is I'm not really, I would say, anywhere near a fan to that. but I appreciate it more with our
Bobby
version.
Banks.
Yeah, it's so much better.
And plus, we nailed that one. That one verse was nailed. All right, so taking a left turn from music and songs, this story came out this week of a really well-known sports talk radio host, Ryan Russillo. Yeah. And I if I remember, I know I was obviously 16 years with CBS Radio and The Score. I was never much of an ESPN radio listener, but I think Ryan Russillo was, I think at one point he was teamed up with Scott Van Pelt. I could be making that all up. I could be 100% wrong because, again, I never listened to ESPN. Always with The Score, I would listen to my guys and, of course, my show, and then after my show. So I'm pretty sure he was maybe got to start with SVP. Maybe I'm wrong. If I am wrong, 1,000 apologies to Ryan as he's listening right now. But here's the story: ESPN radio host found drunk with pants down in condo trespassing. Police say.
I love all that combination of things. Host found drunk with pants down in condo.
So here's the story. People in Jackson, Wyoming, in a condo, they woke up to find ESPN radio host drunk and naked
in their
unit. He's on my unit. Babe. Early Wednesday morning, according to police. What do they got here? 350,000 Twitter followers. You know, as many Twitter followers as we do at AFDE Show. On
yeah,
Twitter.
We're so close.
So he was lying on a bed naked, except for his pants around his ankles. Just a wonderful story.
Oh yeah, no, that's my favorite part. Yeah, completely naked, but there's no way the guy could get his shoes off, so the pants are just stuck at the bottom.
Yep.
Been there.
So here's a lesson for you kids: limit what you drink, because no, I've never been to this extreme of drunkenness.
I mean, I think I was pretty drunk in episode 2, but I wasn't like going to the neighbor's house naked and trying to get in bed.
I mean, thankfully you weren't pulling your pants down to your ankles here, doing the show
that you know of, audience.
Right, but here's the kicker for you kids is watch what you drink, because you could end up naked in Wyoming or in Jackson, Wyoming.
Well, yeah. First of all,
in a stranger's condo.
Jackson,
yeah,
Wyoming, but
who knows why?
What's
why
he
was
reporting
there.
on?
I don't know if there was anything going on near there. There isn't anything near Jackson, Wyoming. And I'm pretty sure our listenership, our downloads in Wyoming aren't as strong as they could be.
Yeah, let's check that real quick.
So maybe I'm
thinking we're at 0.
Maybe if you're in Wyoming, you could be one of the first to actually download and subscribe to the AFDE show. But
while we're at this, you might as well give props to the countries who are listening.
I will, but it's hard not to laugh at that situation, but it's also difficult for me, and a guy who's at times have had too much to drink and acted like a complete imbecile.
Buffoon. Yeah, but
you're
not. It's not like you're alone in this.
I know, but to trespass into a stranger's condo and end up naked.
How do you even? I mean. Yeah, you're in someone's condo in their bed. Like, I've been drunk, but I come home and I go to sleep. Like, I'm not confused about where I live.
Breaking it. Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
And
maybe
I don't like
he just
getting naked.
Thought he was maybe he thought he was at home and just,
It's like, what was, wasn't that Robert Downey Jr. who did this? Oh, actually, Robert Downey Jr. was on more than booze and ended up they found him in someone's bed. He was like in a kid's bedroom in the other bed.
Wow.
And then, what's her name? Anne Heche went through a really rough time and was like totally whacked out of her mind. I think on like antidepressants and stuff. And they found her in like a guest room, and she was telling them that she was hiding from the aliens.
Yeah. Oh, seriously?
Yeah. And then she married Ellen.
Antidepressant. She was married to my Uncle Tom.
Okay. Yeah. So before we go to break, a couple of things. Matt's going to give you our country, and then we'll give you our state numbers, and then I've got something for you.
All right. I do want to give a little love, even though they're still carrying up the back of the pack. Austria and France have increased their numbers to 3 each, which is pretty strong.
Wait, Italy disappeared. I don't understand. I got it. Hold on.
We took Italy off the map.
No.
Italy actually gets its own
We've got a new one. We've got Indonesia.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and Korea too.
Well, Korea was.
The Republic of Korea was?
Yeah.
Okay, so Indonesia, we have one now.
Look at Bulgaria's moving up the chart. Saudi Arabia, we got another one there.
United Kingdom is at 17, doing really well. Other regions really doing strong. Good work for the AFDE show. United States, of course, doing your work here.
Other regions leading the pack. We don't know who is in the other regions.
Italy right now, they're actually they're forming their own our own branch of the Dago Tea Party. So that's why the downloads might be a little slower right now.
Yeah, we'll get back into that in segment 2 because we know how pumped you guys are. Actually, yeah, I've received texts and stuff all week. I'm all in on the Dago Tea Party.
The emails and the tweets and the direct messages and the pictures of you in a Dago Tea along with your loved ones have been spectacular and very inspiring as well.
Please keep sending those in. They're amazing.
All right. Yeah, Illinois and Wisconsin, of course, the two strong ones, which is good because of your Madison base.
Yes,
that's why.
And comma United States, whatever that is. I don't know. That's just like people who live in the ocean. I don't know.
You know what I do like about it? I like the fact that, I mean, obviously Illinois is our strongest, Wisconsin, Indiana doing well, but look what's right there behind Indiana. Like California.
Yeah.
California doing well for us.
So it's funny as I'm looking at some of these things because I've worked for companies and I've been friends with people who are like in Cali, in Florida, in Seattle, in Canada. So and I know that they like all the stuff and they follow.
Oh, that's what
the
it
page.
is. I have a former coworker that lives in Indonesia.
Yeah, like all
that's
of these,
Indonesia.
all of these things. I'll tell this story later. But one thing we want to get to real quick before we go to break is as a podcast, we definitely feel like we're part of a larger community, and we definitely want to support other podcasts as much as we can. So we've kind of come up with an idea where we want to do partnerships with other podcasts, preferably in the Chicagoland area, just because doing stuff over the phone is a little difficult. So we'd like to do in studio stuff, but. So if you have, if anyone's in Chicago that would be interested in kind of teaming up with us, we could do like a cross-pollinated episode. And also one last thing, like we do have a presenting sponsor in Mickey Fins, but we actually do have a lot of people who've been asking about how they can become a sponsor, and we would love to have people sponsor a segment as well. So if you're interested in either of those things, or if you know anyone who is, just shoot us an email at afdeshow.com, and we will work on it from there.
All right, he's Jason Ferrari. I'm Matt Abaticola. This is the AFDE show, the Abaticola and Ferrari Discuss Everything podcast. You make sure that you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, email us, afdeshow@gmail.com. Subscribe, download, tell your friends, family, and neighbors all about us. I hope you're enjoying the show. We are presented to you by Mickey Fins, Lake County's original brew pub, located at 345 North Milwaukee Avenue in Libertyville. You can get with them on Facebook at facebook.com/Mickey Fins Brewery. We're back after a short trip to the kitchen.
Woo! Come on! We're streaking! Come on! Come on! We're running! Come on! Woo! Woo! We're streaking! We're streaking! Woo! Woo! Come on!
Hey there, friends. Welcome back in. It's episode 5 of the AFDE show. It's Abaticola and Ferrari. We discuss everything.
Yep.
Get us on Twitter at AFDE show, facebook.com/AFDE show. You can email us at afdeshow@gmail.com. We are, of course, presented to you by our good friends over at Mickey Fins. They are Lake County's first brew pub. They do fantastic beer, wonderful food. Love going in there on Sundays with the dudes for half-price pizza. Yep, half-price pizza and delicious, wonderful beer. It's always a good time. Got to get myself a growler of the Pineapple Express to bring here for you, Jay, so we can enjoy that as we're doing a show.
I was just going to say, did they deliver? Because we're at our 5th episode, and I still haven't had any of their beer.
They actually do deliver, but I don't think they would deliver to Andersonville. I'll double-check that with Brian to see if they will.
Free of charge. I'll be laying in bed, and I want you to deliver it to my nightstand.
No tip. Located
Here's a tip. Don't eat yellow snow.
Fins is at 345 North Milwaukee Avenue in beautiful downtown Libertyville. Give them a call, 847-362-6688, AFDE show. We discuss everything. So my fellas, my dudes, the little guys, Hank and Jack, are in their final week of a swim class. And
for like ever or for,
well, no,
for
this period, and then
the season. I
yeah,
guess,
we'll I'll get them back in sometime in the winter. I don't even know when the next thing is, but Hank's got soccer starting next Thursday.
Of which you are
the head coach.
You are the coach.
I told you that I signed up to be the assistant coach, right? And then they made me the head coach, and the guy was just like, "Yeah, that happens when enough parents don't sign up. We just move people in different positions." I'm like, "You think maybe a heads up might be in order?" Not a big deal. And he walked away, and I'm like, "It actually is kind of a big deal because now I'm in charge of everything."
Do you realize if do I have the time to do that? Like,
right.
Yeah, maybe asking.
Like, assistant coach would be cool. Just roll up and be like, "Hey, I'm here to help out. How can I help?" And now it's like, So I sent my first parent email out last Sunday, and in the email I sent out to parents, I'm like, "Hey, I'm your son's coach for soccer this year. Looking for a great year." I was like, when I was 6 years old, my parents sent me to Bari, Italy to train under the world-renowned Italian football coach. And I named him Giuseppe Giovanni Romano. And I was like, for 10 years, for 8 years, I trained 10 hours a day. I lived, eat, and breathed football. And I've been coaching 24 years. I won 7 junior European championships. And
that's what I expect from your kids.
I've built a foundation to strive for perfection in my life, and this is what I expect from your 4-year-old. Each week, I was like, an undefeated season. Anything less than an undefeated season will be a complete failure. And then I was just like, I'm just kidding. I have no idea what I'm doing.
What I love is we're both seasoned. We've professionals. Like we've sent emails.
Right.
But lately, it's become like if I'm sending out an email to someone or Matt, he'll send it to me. And it's usually, do you think this is funny or do you think this is dumb?
Yeah, I know.
I responded with, yeah, that's funny. Because if I were a parent getting that, I think that would be really funny.
You know what? I miss one thing about being at the Score when we would get company-wide emails from like our big hotshot boss. And before
the subject line,
it was Rod. No, not those. It was Rod Zimmerman, who was the big boss and ran all 7 Chicago stations. He would send out a company-wide email, and I would reply all.
Oh.
And
no, but then you get that started where everybody thinks it's funny.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Then other people, because people would come up to me, and like I'd see people in the hallway, and they'd be like, hey, dude, I can't believe you did that to Rod's email, man. I'm like, yeah, why not? Aren't you afraid you're going to get in trouble? No, it's an email. I don't care.
Right. It's not like you didn't respond with a picture of your dong.
Right. Like, hey, Rod, get a load of this.
Yeah, exactly. Rod, dong. Perfect. He'd get it.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I don't care. But so I do miss doing that. So anyway, Jack's swim class and Hank, they're both taking swim class and with back-to-back classes. And so Hank goes and then Jack goes. And this last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, I took him. He did not want to get into the water. And I'm like, well, dude, you've got to get in the water. And he was doing great at swim class. He just did not want to get in. And Jack is a stubborn dude. I mean, he's 3, and he's not going to do it until he's ready to do it. Doesn't matter what it is. And the harder you press, the harder he resists.
Maybe he thought he gets a little credit because Matt posted. Oh, it's on Instagram, right? You don't post them on Twitter, I don't think.
No.
But Jack finally getting through a haircut, so maybe he was feeling so good about that. He's like, I'm not swimming.
Yeah, no, this happened before the swim class happened before the haircut.
Okay,
I had to bribe him with a new toy to get him to sit through a haircut without losing his mind. Because again, it's just if he doesn't want to do it, he's not going to do it. So he wouldn't get in the water, and then one of the other instructors came over, and she was like, do you just want to sit in the edge of the water, and we can just play with some toys? And he was like, all right, that's cool. So he just sat with his feet dangling in the water, and then another instructor came over and got their own private lane to give him basically a private class when we pay for a group class.
VIP swim.
And dude he was not having it. He was losing his mind, and I'm just like, and at that point, if you're a parent, you've experienced your child in public being a complete stubborn just jerk, the embarrassment level, you're just like, all right, is every parent watching you this guy has no idea what he's doing, or what a terrible parent, or ha look at that guy?
Yeah.
But every parent has these situations where they go through this at some point or the other.
There's compassion there because
I think there generally is compassion.
They've been through the same thing.
But when it's happening to you, you're just like, oh my god, I just want to die.
I think the worst one I could think of is airplanes. Because I want to throw the kid, I just want to open the door and throw him out. I don't care if a couple people get sucked up, but the kid's got to go. And I can only imagine what those parents feel like. And I used to tell that story, and all my friends who were parents were like, "You don't understand."
You don't
like,
understand.
I'm like,
right.
I don't give a shit. I don't need to understand. I'm the one who's.
Listen, I paid $500 to get to Vegas.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nonstop.
I'm on a 6-hour flight and 3 hours of screaming. I think I have a right to be a little pissed off.
Yeah, I know. I would always be deathly afraid to travel with the dudes on a plane. So I'm gonna wait till they're older to do that. Road trips are in the future for the Abatacola fellas. But if you're a parent, you've had a similar story or experience out in public with just a stubborn ass child, you can tweet at me at AFDE Show would be great. You can email us afdeshow@gmail.com. Would love to correspond back and forth with you on this. But I'm telling the swim class and the swim class story, and you're like, dude, you'll never believe the story that I came across. And I made you show me because I'm like, this is not real. No, it's not real, yet this is very, very real in the world of fitness trends today.
Oh, yeah. This is like a dumb app that came to life. Like,
yes.
Someone probably created this as an app, and then it became a real thing. So, hold on. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see anything. Why don't you start
let me
this?
hand them to you.
Yeah, start this, buddy.
There you go. So if you've ever dreamed of being a mermaid or a merman, your dreams can now come true because there is a new trending fitness class
called AquaMermaid. The website, here, can you see, Matt? I can't see it. Is it AquaMermaid.com?
It sure is.
Okay, so wait, here. Damn, I can't see. Can you do me? Yeah, forget it. I'm useless on this. No, it's not that. I can't even see that font. So just read the About Us.
Where's the About Us?
It's literally right there.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Yep.
So AquaMermaid is an artistic expression and a fun way to keep fit. It's a new discipline where you learn how to swim like a fish using both legs as a fishtail. Oh, my God. And so the picture...
Get to the other part. The core part. Wait, does it not say that in that?
Oh, yeah. My God. And you use your core muscles to propel forward. Wow.
Oh my God.
So the picture is two chicks, and they've got, and of course they're matching bikini tops, and on their bottom half is they look like mermaids,
like a mermaid fin.
So they have their feet in like a unifin.
That's basically what it is.
Oh my
it's like
goodness.
an old timey swimsuit. It's We needed to talk about.
It's a high-waisted unifin. Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
This is great, but I guess it really would work your core, and then if you got some kind of mermaid fetish, this is a place for you to hang out, fellas.
Oh, yeah.
Find the nearest AquaMermaid class near you. You can go and sit poolside and watch chicks swim like mermaids, and I don't know, maybe you can develop some fantasies for yourself later on. I don't know what you do with it. But
in addition to this, I feel like we need to create a bromaid movement. I feel like that would work, Like, I know merman is good, but bromaid, I think that would go really well with the Dago Tea Party.
Yeah, but I don't want to do like a fishtail. What could we do instead? Maybe you know what we could do? We could incorporate the Dago Tea Party, hashtag Dago Tea. It's DAGOTEE, Dago Tea Party, hashtag Dago Tea Party. If we could get like a full merman bodysuit, and the top half is a Dago tea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I am all in on that.
We need a Dago tea wetsuit that forms into a fish tail.
Yep. Okay.
That's what we would do.
We did. My brother actually sent a text to me and was talking about loving the show, and he said one of his coworkers listens to every show, and he loves the Dago Tea Party so much he wants to make his own T-shirts. Of which I'm like, yes,
fine.
This is a movement. It's not just a party; it's a movement. So please. Keep doing what you're doing and send us the photos. So
if you're looking for a new fitness trend, the AquaMermaid class might be for you. You could be a mermaid or a merman and let your dreams come true. Tom Cruise. Apparently, there's a blog about Tom Cruise, and I don't it's what was bizarre about this story was that you found the story and it was written years and years and years after the movie Valkyrie was made. But someone watched the movie Valkyrie, which if you haven't seen it, Tom Cruise plays a I don't know what position he's in.
I think he's a part of the German army.
Yeah, he's in the German. I don't remember what his rank is or what he is in the German army. But
yeah, the plot was that he was an assassination.
The plot was to
of
assassinate Adolf Hitler. So he was a member of the German army that was part of the plot to to kill Adolf Hitler. And so this story comes out about Tom Cruise. Someone wrote a blog about this after watching the movie. And again, the movie came out years ago. And apparently this person is claiming, that Tom Cruise used butt pads in the movie. And, dude, I mean, that is a big fat ass.
No,
right there.
I mean, there's no way that's not butt pads.
No, I mean, that it's like two balloons shoved down the back of his pants.
Right, but what's odd is, like, you don't see... I remember their movie pretty well. You don't see a like, giant ass the whole time. Well, it's just this one...
Well, in the still shot here, it obviously is a high action scene. Something's happening where I'm sure it was just that quick. So someone must have been watching it in slow motion to see Tom Cruise bend over.
So give props to the Twitter handle and read the tweet because it's super funny. I mean, it's not like funny. They're being like professional and like, hey, here's this. This is what I freeze framed Tom's butt pads. What is it it's
Swizz Keats. Yeah. Oh, it's
I love
it's at I love butts.
Wait, 20. But
yes. I love butts 24/7 is the Twitter handle. That's fantastic.
Yes, so go to I love butts 24/7 and look at this. It's just a freeze frame of Tom like on the ground with like butt pads.
It says, "Hello, please. I present the theory that for one single shot in Valkyrie, 2008 at 5 minutes 12 seconds, Tom Cruise wears a fake butt." So thank you to at I Love Butts 24/7 for finding us the Tom Cruise inflatable ass. So, which
everybody wins.
Which will definitely be on my Christmas list this year. The Tom Cruise inflatable.
I mean, if he's smart, he should start marketing them
right.
because he needs money.
Like, just think of this a round swimming pool floaty, but it's Tom Cruise's giant ass.
I wonder if it's that's like a part of Scientology. Because they give him they give him like magic underwear. I'm air quoting, but that's what it's called. So maybe you can inflate it like a little pump. Yeah, it's like the Reebok pumps.
Hi, I'm Tom Cruise for the Reebok pump underwear. Your butt too small? Well, do what I do and use the Reebok butt pump.
And, when you have a movie about a German army and an assassination attempt on Hitler, you really need a big butt. I don't even understand the correlation. He's like, I'm a big fan of that take acting-wise, but my butt looks pretty small.
Well, I remember there was a scene in Valkyrie that didn't make the final cut, but it goes back to one of your favorite movies about the strip dancers in Vegas. Showgirls. The scene where the director of the Showgirls dancers is like, "Oh, you're too fat, lose weight, you're out of the show." There was a similar scene in Valkyrie, and Adolf Hitler preferred members of his army to have certain size butts.
No, junk in the trunk.
And so people were lined up, and Hitler would go through and like, "Oh, your junk is not big enough in your trunk." And then he'd be like, "I hope your bike's big enough because your trunk's big enough. I'm putting my bike in it." So I think that's what it was. And so Tom Cruise needed to have a big old butt.
Because I'm going to put my butt in it.
Right.
All right. Yeah, that's enough of Tom Cruise's butt.
I was going through some movie ideas here, and I came across a guy that I really like. This guy, I think more than I realize in his movies, is Paul Rudd.
Yeah,
and we talked about Paul Rudd. I might have been in the first episode with our talk of Anchorman. Some of my favorite comedies, Paul Rudd has either been a big part or a minor character in some really great comedies. And by the way, Ant-Man.
Oh, I think it's excellent.
I loved Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And when I first heard that Paul Rudd was playing Ant-Man, I was like, that's not going to work for me. He's not a superhero guy. But I never really knew the Ant-Man character. I
did not know the comic, but
I didn't know the comic at all.
He's a total smartass.
Ideal for it. Absolutely perfect for it. Great in Ant-Man. Then, of course, he's been in a couple of the Captain America movies because of Ant-Man. Anchorman, of course, is a classic. Knocked Up. So not a main character. Right. But in it,
well, I feel like those are, and he's Paul Rudd. He's definitely someone who can carry a movie. Like proved, and same with Carell. Like they had bit parts, but they proved they could be the big star. But I think his cameos and his side parts are just he's perfect. It reminds me of Bateman. Same kind of stuff where like you knew them from a while back, and then they kind of came back in a big way, and they're hilarious.
Right.
And Paul's. Yeah, I think he makes every movie better that he's in.
Bateman in The Breakup. very, very minor role as a friend, but just fantastic in the work he does.
Okay, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to give me your keys.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then when Vaughn tries to kick her out of the game from whatever.
Oh yeah, no. It's we need the 8.
We need the 8. We need the even numbers. Just great. All right. So Knocked Up, fantastic. 40-year-old Virgin, of course, fantastic. And then I didn't realize the scores these two movies got on Rotten Tomatoes, but both higher than 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is fresh tomato, very good.
Fresh tomato, perfect.
I Love You, Man, and Role Models. Well, again, two movies that
those movies
we
are
mentioned
hysterical.
are just absolutely, and I think they're they don't get mentioned enough or get enough credit, even though they're well rated,
right,
and well liked even by audiences on Rotten Tomatoes. Just not talked enough in this like genre of comedies during this era of time. Were just fantastic movies.
Well, I think there was such a big chunk of them. You know, they're like
all at one time.
At the time, like what was that? I guess we'd say the early 2000s, and then moving on from that. But yeah, there were so many of them. I feel like they get buried.
Yeah.
But like as guys who, I love, like I call them like dumbed down poop humor movies where I use them as an escape.
Right.
But then I watch them like 400 times. But yeah, he was in a lot of them.
I Love You, Man, Role Models, just fantastic.
I Love You, Man that's probably my favorite with him, just because of the role he plays and how he can't say cool things. I think is just the funniest thing.
And I know a lot of people didn't like This Is 40. I liked it quite a bit. Probably
I did too. I like Apatow.
Yeah, probably because I was close to 40 at the time. Our idiot brother, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Anchorman 2. The Object of My Affection.
Wait, what is it, Sarah Marshall? What's your name? Kulu.
Dinner for Schmucks, The Fundamentals, Romeo and Juliet, Sausage Party had a voice in there. Perks of Being a Wallflower, which I thought was a great movie.
You know what one of my favorite movies with him in it is? And I don't think people even know he's in it. Clueless.
Oh, yeah.
He's hilarious as like the stepbrother.
That's actually when you pull up his name and they'll give you a list of his movies. That's number 2 that pops
that's
up.
That's how I knew about him. I wonder. I don't know if that's his first thing, but it's the first thing I saw him in.
This Is the End, Night at the Museum, which actually is not bad movies. Admission, I thought Admission was great with Tina Fey.
Yeah, I agree.
That was a really enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, not that he doesn't need
Paul Rudd isn't sponsoring our podcast.
Right,
but
not that he needs our help to boost his career.
If
but
you want to, it's at afdshow.com.
Yeah, you could still, and we would take your money and say that this segment was brought to you by Paul Rudd, a great American actor. We would certainly do that for you. All right, one thing we've been loving to do the last couple of weeks, and we're going to try to do this every episode for you here on the AFD show, is talk about apps. And we're going to come at it from one of two ways: apps that we can't believe were actually created, or apps that you really can't live without. A couple weeks ago, and you're welcome because we did give you the CarMatey. It helps you find your car in case you do lose it, which is odd. But if you do, it talks to you in a pirate voice. It's called the CarMatey. So that's something you need to download and use.
The poop app.
Poop app, so you can compare with your friends where you pooped. It puts a little pin in a map to let you know where it is that you guys are pooping. You can compare multiple locations. Maybe you pooped at similarly with your friends, maybe at the same time, maybe on the same toilet at the same time, which would be really cool. That's a new app right there. Now, these are apps that we're going to put in the other category that we just can't believe they were made.
Yeah. So here, do you want to alternate?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So the first one, and these are the exact names, it's the Zip app. And
here, you see that there?
Now you turned it. Now I can see it. Okay, the Zip app. So basically what this is you open up the app, and there's I looked at it today. There's a picture of like jeans and a zipper, and you just zip it up and down.
And that's all it is.
So it's, obviously it's aptly named. Like it's not like Zip and Something Cool Happens app. It's Zip app.
Zip.
And it's just you use your finger to, and it makes the noise. Zzz, that's all you do. That's all the app is.
All right, this one is called the iPhone blower, and the name
sounds like something.
Name has potential, but it's not what you think. And what it actually is, it's you take the app and you download the app and you use the app, and what it does, it shows.
So
a guy.
There's a video for it, and like basically I'm doing this so Matt can see. But so you hold your phone up, and like the headphone jack. Somehow this app manipulates it to the point where air blows out of it, and so the video just has someone opening the app and putting it by a birthday cake and blowing out candles with their phone.
It's called the iPhone blower.
Yeah, this definitely factors into the dumber from 20 years ago to now thing.
So generally speaking, candles on a birthday cake, I guess you can, obviously do it at any age, but it's generally reserved for a young child. But you could be the guy at that kid's birthday party where you say, no, kid, I got this. Pull out your iPhone and blow out his birthday candles for him. The third one in our category of why is this made is just the name alone. I don't think we need to say anything even more than that.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go into it.
But the name of the app is It Dark Outside?
I don't even know. Like, oh my god, bro! I downloaded this really cool app. I can be anywhere in the house, and I don't even have to go outside, and I can ask it if it's dark outside. Like, come on!
It's called Is It Dark Outside?
Yeah, that's the app. Wow. Is It Dark Outside? The app.
All right, and the last one.
My personal favorite. I mean, and that the above one is pretty.
Let's not lie. I walked in and you were doing this.
Yeah, it's pretty good on the dumb list, but this one takes the cake. I think of everything we've talked about, like this one's better than the Yo app. It's called Hold the Button. So you open the app and there's a button, the Staples button. That's what it looks like. It's like a picture of this, like the Staples button, and the purpose of the app is you put your thumb on it, and it just gives you a score based on how long you hold your thumb on the button.
Wow.
Which is just, again, it explains why society is just dumber. What good can come of using that app?
You typed it wrong or read it wrong, and it's actually hold the butt on?
Well, yeah, but then I don't even know what that means.
It's Tom Cruise's inflatable ass.
Yeah. He's like, I just don't want it to fall. Right. So he's constantly, like that scene, he's just got his hands on
So what it is,
it's
a picture of Tom Cruise's inflatable butt, and you just have to see how long you can hold it up for. Yeah. And your arms, because it gets heavier with time. It gets harder. It's getting harder to hold your butt.
What is it? Wait, what is it? I love butts 24/7.
Yeah, and it's LUV. It's at ILUV butts BUTTS 24/7.
Yeah,
I love butts 24/7.
To see the exact photo because it's hilarious.
Let's just keep going. We only got a couple more things.
Okay,
let's keep going because this is a story that people need to hear. Again, this is the AFDE show. We are presented to you by Mickey Finn's, Lake County's oldest brew pub. Call them at 847-362-6688. We could always incorporate stories of roommates and adventures with roommates. It could be a whole segment. This right here is a classic story from my friend Jason Ferrari.
Yeah, so this story really bothers me every time I think.
I can see the pain.
I just mentioning it.
Your anxiety is coming out.
It annoys the shit out of me. So a good friend and an old roommate, Brian McGoldrick, sent AFDE show an email saying that I should tell the story of this roommate situation. So, not to drag it out, it was several years ago, probably 2007, maybe 2008. I had moved into an apartment in Lincoln Park with someone I grew up with and one of his friends. And he was from New York, and kind of early on into our lease, he decided to move, and so we put it on him. You've got to rent it out, like it's you leaving. So we didn't want to do it. So we kind of got emails back and forth from candidates and stuff, but I mean, most of them were out of state, which was a little odd, but whatever. So we get an email, and this guy's like, what did he say? It was something like, I'm a golf pro, and I need to live there from June to October. And like on paper, in the email, the guy sounded like, okay, you're a golf pro. That was a little weird, but whatever. So I'm at work, and the golf pro shows up to the apartment. His name is Gary, and he's 60 years old, and he's an asshole. So my new roommate is the kid I grew up with and a 60-year-old dude. I can't even. I was so upset. I had to tell my boss I need to go home. So I went home, and this guy. I swear to God, my first meeting with him, my roommate is in the doorway, just shaking his head, and I come in, and the guy is just in like shorts, no shirt, just sitting on our couch, and I'm like, what? I don't even know what to do with it. I mean, I'm so irritated. I still can't laugh about it. Like I said, there's going to be a day that I think it's funny, and it hasn't come yet.
It reminds me of when Paul Rudd and I Love You Man when he's like trying to audition Best Friends.
Oh yeah.
And he's got the
old guy.
He's got the picture of the guy. He's really young, and then he pulls the picture away, and he's like 80.
And then he ends up having him be his best man. No, this guy sucks.
So on his application, it was a picture of him when he was like 25, and now he's like 65.
So at this
His
point,
name is Gary. And
Gary the fucking golf pro. So at this point, I'm really good friends with my landlord, and he immediately is like, "Oh God, this situation cannot work." So we had a meeting with my landlord. My roommate at the time was my brother Chris, and then Gary. And we were basically talking to him about, we don't think this is going to work. Because we didn't know, like you got to say you're 60, like, and I know but it's not on me, it's on our roommate who left, and that guy's blocked, unfriended. Oh man, so pissed at this fucker. It's 10 years later.
I hope you get hit by a bus and die.
Well, that's a real thing that he said about. I'll get into that.
Oh,
it's
Lord.
funny that you said that. That's a real thing. So anyway, we're having
I
this.
thought you were gonna say that your buddy got hit by a bus.
No. So we're having a talk with them. We're having a talk with them
now
in the living room.
You're dead.
Yeah, from beyond. And
that's on there too, right after Bulgaria.
Yeah, Ken is trying to heaven or something else. Ken is trying to diffuse the situation, and Gary, at one point, I think he felt threatened, but we were being like really calm and really nice.
I don't know why.
Yeah, no, and he's like, "You guys, you just need to know. Like, I was at Vietnam. Like, I'm like a Wolverine. Like, I'll attack you. Blah blah blah." And we're all sitting there, and Ken's like,
he didn't really say those words.
"Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm like a Wolverine." Oh no, it's something, and I can't remember exactly what it is, but
honey badger.
No, but the Wolverine will like bite our nuts off or something. I'm not joking. I just can't remember the exact thing. But so we're
Platypus.
all completely speechless.
I'm like a gentle sheep.
The shirtless 60-year-old guy who's subletting our apartment says he's like a Wolverine, and he's gonna attack our balls. That's what's happening. So. Anyway, it's me, like, and then it became like Chris and I against this fucking guy. He basically commandeered the living room. So if I didn't have a TV in my room, I probably would have actually murdered this guy. But he would, there was a pizza place down the street called Sarpino's.
Yep.
Every day, he would just sit and watch the fucking Golf Channel and eat Sarpino's pizza like 2-3 times a day, always without his shirt.
Hey, do me a favor. Help me out here for a second, because there's one question that keeps popping in my mind. How did it go from application process to, you're hired?
So that's not how Ken worked. When I got the apartment, he put an ad up. I went there. I talked to him, and I'm like, I'm interested. I called my friend. He came right down, looked at it, and he's like, I got a buddy from New York who's moving here and needs a place. And Ken met us. He's like, cool. We signed the lease. So it wasn't like your standard thing, and he definitely allowed us, if we needed a sublet, he's not going to do it. You got to do it on your own.
Okay.
But you filter out the applicants.
So how did you get Gary?
The guy, we put it on the guy who was leaving. I've never made that mistake again. But the guy who...
Oh, you let the guy who was leaving bring in his replacement?
Well, yeah, because why do I need to do it?
And you deserve what you got.
No, I don't deserve a 60-year-old golf pro douche. The guy actually worked at the Diversey driving range and like hit on young girls. This guy sucked.
It's not a golf pro.
I know, you're a hack. This guy sucked.
If you're a golf pro, you're not leaving your home base in the summertime.
I'm from California and I go to
Chicago
to work at the Diversey driving range. That was like, so you're a golf pro at driving? Whatever. Right. Anyway, so we ride it out.
He drove the tractor that picked up all the driving range balls.
He's the one that everyone's shooting the balls at.
I dare you try to hit me.
I dare
you. I'm Gary.
So we rode it. I mean, I don't need to go the whole way through. It's a waste of valuable airwaves. But
tell the story about when you woke up one night. He was in bed with you.
No, that didn't happen.
I know.
No, okay. I was like, oh shit! Did I tell you that story? Because it's not true.
I get blacked out and I woke up with Gary.
No, actually, he ended up in my bed and I was in someone's condo.
Is that your driver? That's not my driver.
So it's so gross. So anyway, just think about
Jason, where's your ball washer?
From June to October. It's called the shower. June to October. We just dealt with it. I mean, and now we're like, let's spite this bastard. So we would have parties just constantly, just to piss him off. We just wanted him to move, and he wrote it out. Like I'll give him credit. Like he He was stubborn.
Well, he was a Wolverine. He survived Vietnam.
He rolled
He's
it
gonna
out.
survive you and Brian.
All right, so then, but I mean, he's a little dude. He's 60 years old. I think he knew that if he did anything or said anything, I would just pummel him. So there was always that.
You guys should have thrown like golf theme parties.
Yeah, there was always that.
Like get him involved.
He couldn't go too far because he knew, like, dude, it's over if you touch me, like anything like that. So anyway, the day he moves out, and this is just it was the day he moves out. Two things happen. One, I'm sitting at my computer and I'm doing some work, and he's like talking to me from the kitchen on the other side of the wall about like how happy he is to move and blah 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 blah. And then he said, "You know what? And your brother Chris, that bastard, I hope he gets hit by a fucking bus."
Oh wow.
And so I sat there for usually I'm instant. 1 second, I had to play it out. I ran into the kitchen and basically picture this, like if you're taller than someone, you kind of lean in and get after them, and they hunch and hide like in the corner. I was like, "Gary, you fucking suck. I am so glad you're going out of here, but if you ever threaten my family again, I will end your miserable fucking life." And he didn't say anything. He went in his room and like he didn't come out for like 4 hours. Then when he's on his way out, the last thing is packed. My landlord Ken comes walking up with this just shit-eating grin on his face. It was so awesome. And he's like, he just kind of was staring at him and smiling and instigating without saying anything.
Yeah.
And Gary just goes on this rant. I mean, I was like on the floor cleaning. I was already cleaning his room like for the next person to come in. And he's like, "You're a fucking deviant. You sleep with a bunch of girls. Jason's an alcoholic. He's always going to bars. And Chris, that fucker," like, because Chris messed with him way more than the rest of us, and just went off. And Ken just starts laughing, just to piss him off. And I remember Gary's like, "Fuck you." And then he gets in his car with his mattress tied to the top and all the shit in it, and he left. And that's Gary. Yay. Ugh.
That's a great story.
I am sweating. I'm so pissed off right now.
Oh, the fact that it draws that kind of emotion out of you still today is pretty exceptional. We can actually segue into our final segment here. The going away gift that Jason and Brian actually got. You killed it, didn't you? Yeah. Before the going away gift that Jason and Brian and Ken, Chris all put their money in, they gave Gary a going away watch. And if you're so inclined to do so for a friend or family member, maybe a coworker or a boss, if you want to give the gift of time, here's a beautiful watch idea that you can give. You're just like reliving your Gary experience.
No, it's like Gary. There's a pop-up ad blocking the title.
So some watches, Jason, are made of plastic. Some are made of gold.
Titanium.
Some are titanium. Some are silver. Some are very cheap and look very expensive, but you can tell they're very cheap when the watch is taken off, and you jangle it. You can tell it's cheap.
Some even have a calculator.
Some do. Some can go underwater. And if that's what you do, you spend time. If you wonder, hey, what time is it under the water? Well, I can go find out because my watch goes under the water.
Yes. And I'm just going to push the limits. 200 meters, cool. Yeah, you know what? Unless there's a big pool, I'm never going to figure out if it works.
You know what? Those watches, they don't. Because they don't. Because you ever see a scuba diver with a giant watch on?
No. I love that somehow the watch survives, but the pressure just destroys your head.
Right,
your
head explodes.
Well, I don't even know what time it is.
Right, it's like you're a 15-year NFL veteran because you're under the water that deep, but your watch is still ticking. Some watches have diamonds on them. Some are bedazzled, and some are...
Bedazzled? Yeah. That's different. It's a watch category.
Some have leather.
Yeah.
Straps.
Or pleather.
Some are pleather. But this particular watch, if you want to give the gift of time, this watch here, Jason, is made out of pure...
Concrete. I feel like this is the hold the button app of watches. Like, what the shit? All right, what's the name of it? We pulled the article up, so it's I can't.
It's called the Masonic watch.
Oh yeah. So of the Masons.
Right. So it's the first watch where the bezel and dial are made from concrete. In case you ever want to have a concrete watch. Like if you're like just staring at your collection of watches when you're getting ready one night and you sat there and you thought, man, what my watch collection is missing is a watch made of concrete. Well, your dreams can all come true now, my friends, when you buy your first concrete watch.
I don't know. It's so many things we bring up. I just don't understand. Like,
the purpose?
Okay, when I buy this, like, what's the purpose? What's the benefit of me owning a watch made of concrete? I just don't understand.
Well, here's the thing, because, I mean, and who hasn't this happened to, where your watch, while on your wrist, just completely falls apart. And it just falls into pieces. Like, you're just walking along, and all of a sudden it just falls apart into hundreds of pieces. And you thought, gee, what would be the most durable style of watch? And maybe you thought to yourself, a concrete watch would be really durable.
But I think you probably, someone like, also, yeah, I was just say someone just said that, and another guy's like, oh, yeah.
That's a great idea.
Oh, yeah. Because this is a Kickstarter. It's a Kickstarter campaign for
But
this.
here's what they did, though. They took the durability of concrete, and of course, it's never, because, I mean, think of the things in your life that you experience that you see that are concrete. They're never broken. They're never ripped up.
Except for the roads
They're
everywhere.
never destroyed.
Except for the roads everywhere.
Everywhere. But this durable watch made of concrete, Jason, weighs only 3.2 ounces.
Tell me you don't, and the listeners, I hope so, like you don't picture someone with a plastic band and a cinder block on top of it. Just like, it's got to be like in the picture it's not, but I just envision like a brick, like something, just a giant piece.
And you know,
more like a weapon than anything else.
For your chance to own the world's first lightweight concrete watch, it can only be yours for the very low price.
For $129.
$129.99. Don't pass it up now, but say yes to the concrete watch.
Hey, if the Masons do it, it's got to be good.
So it's actually a lot cheaper than I would have expected. But, you know, if you've ever had a concrete watch on your gift list, or you have a loved one that has always asked you Christmas after Christmas for a lightweight concrete watch, well, now you have the chance to buy one. It's a Masonic watch, and it's a lightweight concrete, only 3.2 ounces, and it can be yours for $129. So I want to remind you again in our episode Uno Dos Tres Cuatro, this, of course, is episode 5 of the AFD show. We introduced to you last week our alternative political party. It's called the Dago Tea Party. You can hashtag Dago Tea Party, D-A-G-O-T-E-E Party, hashtag Dago Tea Party. Because of our Italian descent and our love for Dago Teas, we created an alternative party for you. If you don't like where our country is headed, maybe you think the country is not going far enough to the right, and you want an alternative. You're just not happy. You're plain unhappy with where things are in our country. We invite you to join the Dago Tea Party.
Yes, this is a way to alter the political landscape to your liking. In addition, it's just funny and cool. And actually, I really like from the last episode the way you articulated it. So if you could go into the exact description of the photos, the ideal photos that we would like to get from you.
Yeah, so you could continue sending these to us. It's pictures of you in a Dago tea with your significant other as well. If you're a family man or family woman, you have kids. Get your wife or your spouse in a Dago tea. Get your kids in a Dago tea. Get your dog in a Dago tea. If grandma and grandpa live at a senior center down the road, go pick them up. Even in their walker, throw a Dago tea on them. You need to find the most comfortable elastic waistband pants that you are wearing. Because as we like to describe it, it's like comfortable pants and great food. It's like being at a Sox game.
Right.
Right? That's
it's like
what you
being
do.
on vacation or at a Sox game.
Get yourself, and here's what you do if you really want to liven things up with the photo of your allegiance to the Dago Tea Party. Get in your car, your minivan, your SUV, drive on down your Camaro with T-tops. Drive on down to the nearest Jules Oscos and take a picture in front of the Jules Oscos. Okay, that's what we want to see. Your allegiance to the Dago Tea Party.
So I just. Hopefully, if you have listened to episode Uno Dos Tres Cuatro, but if you haven't, definitely, well, listen to all of them. But there's a part when I was listening back that you said, you're like, because we were talking about have your favorite put on the wife beater, pants, elastic pants, grab your favorite beverage, and you were going through the lineup, and you're like, if you got kids, get your kids, put them in a wife beater, get them a beverage. I listened to it like 3 times because it's so funny. I'm just picturing some like poor kid holding like a Schlitz malt liquor in a wife beater.
Old English. There you go. Do it upright. Pour a little out for your dead homies too.
OE.
You know, those that are swim with the fishes. That's fine. The Dago Tea Party, hashtag Dago P. Dago
P.
Tea Party. Keep sending in your pictures to us at the AFDE Show on Twitter. You can email afdeshow@gmail.com. Get us on Facebook at facebook.com/AFDE Show. We want to thank you for listening to another episode of Abaticola and Ferrari Discuss Everything. We thank you once again for your continued support. Tell someone a day, one person a day about the AFDE Show. We really would love to get new listeners. And, of course, we do appreciate and love your feedback as well. Again, at AFDE Show on Twitter, facebook.com/AFDE Show, AFDEshow@gmail.com. We do thank our presenting sponsor, Mickey Finn's, Lake County's original brew pub. Great food, fantastic beer. They're located at 345 North Milwaukee Avenue in Libertyville. Check them out and get your butts in there and have some delicious food and some ice-cold, delicious beer.
In a Dago tea.
In a Dago tee, wearing sweatpants. Ask for Brian and say you're here for the AFDE show.
Yes, the owner, Brian, will
He'll appreciate that, yeah.
the large group of Dago teas rolling in and not ordering craft beers. Like, can I get do you guys got a diesel?
Right.
Get a diesel.
Get a diesel, yeah. A tall boy diesel, please. I'm going to spill it all over my Dago teas.
Yeah, it's got to cover up the mustard.
Right. Hey, is there a Jewel Osco's here? Actually, there is. Go to Mickey Finn's, and then about 2 miles south on Milwaukee Avenue, there's a Jewel Osco's.
Oh, if I would have known about the new political movement that we were going to create, I would have suggested it to the guy at Walgreens who opened his beer.
There you go. You could have joined. Yeah. All right, thanks once again for listening. This is episode 5 of the Abaticola and Ferrari Discuss Everything podcast, AFDE Show. We will talk to you again. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next week. See ya.